on around here. People are doing houses, guys. Up country, that is where people are making it. Look at this big house, right? And I'm going to show you the environment around here. I've just come from the school where my son schools, right? And one thing I'll for sure tell you, bringing up a boy is not easy. You may say it's easy, but I want to tell you from my point of view. And actually, I wish I had taken a photo here to show you this, but I couldn't, okay? Because of course I was in an office and I was dealing with matters, like my son has gone through ECD very well. Junior, let's say, can we call it primary school generally? Now currently he is in grade 9, which is the very final class in junior secondary, okay? Yeah, we call it junior school currently. Of course in Kenya, poa sana. Yeah, of course currently we have junior school and we have secondary school. So when you come to junior school, it starts from grade 6 up to 9. Grade 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there is a time they were wishing to place grade 9 in high school. Look at those purples. Very, very delicious, right? And here, of course, people have done walls all over the place for security purposes. Okay? So guys, as you watch, I really appreciate, what I'm good at, okay? Yeah, for those of you who love my vlogs, I'm on it again. But the focus of my discussion is around raising a baby boy. Raising a baby boy is not like taking porridge, okay? And I'll for sure tell you, because I've also had my brothers. I've had my brothers and sisters. And also I have my sister who is living with a nephew. For me, I've been living with girls, okay? And I thought that even a boy would just behave in the same way as a boy. I don't know. Please share your thoughts. How easy is it to raise a boy child? How easy? I'm a parent of 2 kids, a boy and a girl. A boy is older. I really spaced my children. One is almost 12 years. 12. Born 14. Born 2011, June. Yeah, and then there is another one for 2019, December 6th. Okay, so I have those 2. So the reality is that I can assure you there is a difference between taking care of maybe, let's say, girls, and at the same time now boys, okay? Now what am I saying? Of course, I cannot tell you that I have a very strong, aspect or experience in parenting boys, but I'm just talking from the experience of my parents raising my brothers and raising us. For us girls, it was a bit easier, yeah, we were easygoing in a manner that, for example, if my mother could tell me not to do something, automatically I wouldn't do it, Yeah. If my mother actually just tells me to stop doing something, I would easily not do it. But I don't know. For boys, sometimes you tell them today, don't do this. They'll only settle that then, and one more day. Then later on, they go back and do the same thing. That's the experience I've been having with my son. You stop him from doing something today, he will say, I've listened. Yeah, I'll not do it again. He will even cry if you dare spank him, okay? Then, let's say a day or two later, he repeats the same thing. So I don't know if it is just his personality or if it is the nature of boys. Let me know from the comment section. Look here, there we have a lot of sheep right there. You can see those sheep, a lot of them. And also in this section, people carry luggage using donkeys. I think you can see that thing right there. Yeah, so with corn all over the place, you find that people are actually doing the carrying of luggage using donkeys, using cows, and all that. Okay, back to my story. I was talking about my son. My son is now 14. He is becoming an adult, remember. He underwent initiation in 2023. Yes. So even up to now, we shouldn't be having issues as such. But I don't know. You know, he considers as if his father doesn't love him. Why? Because his father is very strict. Desert, Channel Explorers, how are you? Welcome. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Oh, thank you so much for your subscription. I'm just showing the environment around here. At the same time, I am doing content as I walk, okay? Yeah. Look at that natural. Guys, this is so exciting, thrilling, right? And look at the pumpkins and we have flowers right there. Yeah, you've seen that. All right. Yeah, and this is a small market. I don't know why it has not developed yet. Desert Channel Explorers tells me I'm from Kenya. Thank you so much, brother. I don't know whether it's brother or sister. You know, Desert Channel Explorers seems to be a name for the kind of thing you do. This is a channel also. I'll be checking on it and subscribing to it. Thank you so much. Soquel Hendricks is saying, African people are really beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Soquel Hendricks is saying, it is night here. Where is this? Are you in America or where is it? Because here we are having evening. It's now almost 5. It is 5:30 p.m. in the evening in Kenya. Desert Channel Explorers is telling me I come from very remote village of Laikipia. Laikipia is almost near Nairobi though. Thank you. Laikipia, okay. I'm the only one. Hey, the only YouTuber in the whole village. Hey, then you should explore those areas and make a lot of content. We should be coming to visit Laikipia. How can you be the only YouTuber? Here we have, I think the active YouTubers I've been seeing. I do content here. We have another one known as Mary TV. I have also, Mulamwa comes from where I stay currently. Mulamwa. And the former wife, Ruth. Ruth is also from Kitale. Mulamwa is from Kitale, so there are YouTubers from here. We have Demo Facebook from Kitale. And we have this guy, Pepela from Kitale. We have also another guy. We have this other guy who creates comedy. Yeah, so here we have several, but specifically from the village I stay, we have about, I can say 7 YouTubers just within the small village. Yeah, so of course, currently a lot of people have harvested their corn. They are planting beans. The SAT Channel Explorers tells me 200 kilometers from Nairobi. For us, it's for us from Kitale, I can say maybe it's about how many kilometers to Nairobi? Can it be 700? Around there, I guess. All right. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'll be checking on yours once I settle down. And I really appreciate your support. And any other person watching, thank you. So what I was saying is my son is 14 years, actually. Can you imagine? He is in grade 9. And the reality is that I'm a teacher by profession, employed by TSC, though not certified actually. TSC is teachers suffering confusion. That's what we call it, okay? So we have to hustle, maybe on YouTube. I'm also doing content on Facebook Professional. And I also write books. I write books, literature, English, Kiswahili, okay? Especially Fasihi. Yeah. I was letting the motorbike go fast before I can continue. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that a lot of us are actually struggling as teachers, but at least we have something to hold on. So generally, I can say that bringing up my son was not that easy. Why? The father has been jobless for so many years, around 12 years, right? And he's lived a very tough life. There is a time I used to sympathize a lot with him. He just got a job to hold on recently as an accounts clerk for a school. You know, things happen. Things happen sometimes. Life just can decide to become very tough, but you have to settle it. Look at this tree. I'm walking, talking about this, bringing you to other aspects. Look at that tree. Do you know that tree? With flowers all over the place. I hope you know it. Look at that. It looks so beautiful in the sun, right? And we have two of them. And we also have a different one here. I don't know whether you know the name. Look at that. Very beautiful, right? Okay. So let's continue talking about my story. Yeah, so I was saying raising him up was not easy. And that is why I can say I really had to space between that kid and the second born. There was a very big gap. The second born is now 6 years. You can see that is a gap of almost 8 good years. Yeah. So we really had to have that large spacing because of the financial challenges. And I appreciate that at least he got a job recently and we can survive. Because we had even to press ourselves and start academic writing. But I don't know what happened of late. Academic writing is not holding. I have seen another tree again. Let me show you. Look at that one. Are you seeing? It has laid a canopy right there. I hope you can see. All right. A very good canopy of a climber and the main tree. I think it's a kind of passion fruit. Then look at the bananas right there. The bananas. Yeah, a lot of people have done so much in terms of planting, or rather doing farming in relation to bananas, right? Then here we have fruits such as guavas. Look at that. You can look, that is a guava. And on the sides we have another tree. We call it in our language Muzambarao. I don't know for you how you call it. Again, ahead of me, a lot of bananas right there. Okay, yeah. So this place, Trans Nzoia, generally people have planted a lot of trees, a lot of flowers. You know, I came from school. I left school at around 3 to just go check at school where my son schools. And why did I go? I had to go because, you know, he came at my school to tell me he had been sent away for fee. Yet I had paid the few coins I had on Friday. So I called the head teacher because he's in senior school. So grade 9, they are going to sit for the KJSEA exam, final exam, before going to secondary school. All right? So look at the sales across the roads. People sell food on the roads. I hope you can see. We have a river right here. Hey, the chicken is making a lot of noise right there. You can see that a lot of people have planted a lot of yams. Can you see? And here there is a river. I hope you can see clearly the other side. There's a river right here. Okay? Yeah, there's a river right there. And near rivers, people plant yams. You can see right in front of me. There are yams right there and vegetables. You can see that. I hope you've seen. You've seen? Thank you. Somebody. Okay. Yeah, so let me go back to my story. I'll keep diverting and coming back. So guys, my son has actually been brought up with a lot of struggles, but we tried. There is a time we actually earned good money from academic writing. And being a teacher also, I was able to apply for loans and bought a piece of 2 plots in Coast. I always tell you that that's where I'm trying to construct rental houses that will be my pension, because if you only rely on pension, you don't know whether it will be enough, or then inflation will have eaten up our economy. So we tried our best. I took him to an academy from the word go until grade 5. I was transferred from Coast. I came to Trans Nzoia. So these are 2 different worlds, Coast and Uasin Gishu, or Rift Valley. And while there, of course, he had to stay with the father for about 4 months or 5 before. Hello. Fine. Yeah, so I had to stay with the younger, the junior, that the girl that is, while he stayed with the father at the Coast, because the father was actually trying to work on that house and struggling with the timber. But timber business became so tough. So later on, I had to tell him to send the boy to me so that I acquire a school around here. And of course I did that. So when he came to the place I had relocated to, I got him a school, and he began schooling. Of course it was another academy, And it reached a time that I realized I was actually too much under a lot of pressure. So what happened, I had to relocate him. Look at that. People are doing construction, no joke. All right. No joke. Okay. Yeah, so he had to relocate to where I stay. Okay. And on relocation, the reality was that I struggled to put him through academy because I had actually started writing books now. But you know, when you're starting a business, you struggle. And again, in Kenya, financial balancing has become a problem because of the value of money has gone low. So I put him in academy, but after about 1.5 years, things became so tough. I pulled him out and I had to actually put him to a public school because when CBC, currently called CBE, I think there's a lot of noise over here. There is a posho mill right here making a lot of noise. Yeah. So what I was saying, I had to keep in an academy, but when things became so tough, I pulled him out, put him in a public school, because in a public school, you just pay like 1,000 or 2,000 and that is enough. So he pulled through grade 6, 7. Then again, the father had now relocated back to Trans Nzoia with me. And God worked miracles. He was able to at least acquire a job, though it's low paying. All right? Yeah, it is paying low, but at least, you know, a man to stay 12 years without a job is not easy. Not easy. Sometimes he feels insecure. Sometimes, you know, he's just under a lot of pressure, you know, like even he doesn't trust in himself. But I thank God he finally got a job because he's an accountant. But again, not a good company. A school that is not very well paying because they are paying around 25,000 Kenyan shillings, which is very minimal. Because again, he uses around 200 Kenyan shillings every day to go to work. Look at that tree. Yeah. It is also here. Very beautiful. Am I using the right route? I hope so. I don't know whether it's the right route. Or am I getting lost? I seem to be getting lost. See up. I'm getting lost. Where's that route? Oh, there's someone who wants to construct here. There's a lot of sand. Yeah. Yeah, so I think my son, actually was therefore relocated at grade 8 to another academy, you know. So he has been there for 2 years, and this year he's going to sit for the final exam that we normally call KJSEA, an exam meant for the senior schools. Huh? Yeah. So today he came to school and he expressed the aspect that he had been sent away for fee. But I was shocked because, let me show you corn over here. There is corn over here. People have not harvested the entire corn. So we have corn in the field right here. Yeah, so as I was saying, when he came to school and told me he had been sent away for fee, I decided to call the head teacher. And the head teacher told me he had not sent him away. He has done a mistake. And he will not tell me what mistake it is. So I told my son, go back to school. Just as simple as that. And of course he went back because last week, was it last week? Tuesday, I had been to their school for academic day. And I had actually left him with some little coins and some necessities such as sugar and all other needs, right? So when he told me it's fees, how can you be coming back for fees? And I sent fees to school. You know, baby boy, I don't know what he was expecting. So he went back and I just finished my duty first. And then it is only by what time? By around 5 that I was free of duty. And I was so irritated. I was kind of irritated, you know. There are times when you just get irritated with what is happening around you. So I was kind of irritated. In fact, I didn't want people to talk to me so much, you know, bother me. And I was trying to avoid this and that, okay? Jambo. Sasa, nje sitanitoa huko soko nyuma soko. Ama? Oh, ni mbele. Well. Okay, so what I decided to do is to go to school. So I had to go to school. On arriving, the head teacher was not there. Okay, but I said I'll see the deputy or the class teacher. It's like, hey, there is a breakdown of communication here, because before a student is sent home or if there is anything happening, a class teacher must be aware. But the class teacher told me, I have no idea, unless your boy had his own issues. And I said, okay, what issues were those? I need to know. So I just kept calm, because today is a Monday. Tomorrow, it is Tuesday, so I need to prepare. You know the kind of activities I do before even I sleep. They are just too much. And that is why I've decided to do this live stream. So that by the time I sit down, I'll have only to do one live stream on Nyabohante shenanigans. So, talking to the class teacher, she has no idea. Then I tell her, I will not leave this school before I know what happened. Possibly call for me the deputy, or let me talk to somebody. So she brings the deputy principal. I asked the deputy principal, what happened? Blah, 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 blah. The deputy principal is not even aware also. But he tells me, if the boy went away, maybe he was not sent away for fee. Or if he was sent away, what time did he arrive? Okay? Yeah, what time did he arrive at home or at school? And I told him, of course, it was 11. He's like, that is where the problem is. Your boy should have taken 1 hour to reach school. You know, for me, I walked from school to that school. I didn't use a motorbike, and I took around 29 minutes or 25. And I was not rushing. So then I said, okay, so if he took 2 hours, where was he? And of course the boy says, no, he did not go anywhere. But the mentioning of the company, the friends, I know some of them from where they come from. My boy is in boarding school. So, establishing the friends, then I realized the friends are not very good company in the first place. Because one of them comes from a home where they don't even go to high school. They don't. Or if they go, it's just a formality. Formality because, you know, there are times when some parents have made it to acquire wealth without education. You realize that those parents don't really care. Look at how people are developing plots. You know? Yeah, so as I was saying, the reality is that sometimes when people are acquiring wealth easily, when they are acquiring easily, they put little emphasis on education. In fact, we have those parents who tell their kids, you just go to school and get a certificate. However dirty it is, it will give you a free way to life. And so it happens, such kids are never keen about academics or whatever, you know. So what I did was to actually now ask the boy, where did you go to? Just say the truth, because the truth always relieves us. But I don't know, in the presence of the deputy, he was not saying. And just as we are talking, the principal walks in, not principal as such, the head teacher, of course. He walks in, and do you know what he said? He now said the problem was the boy left school. He was not supposed to have left. Okay? he was not supposed to have left because he was not on the list of those to go for fee. So then I get the mistake where it was, or if even he was sent away, it was not intentional. Possibly, he lingered among those who had been sent away and was told to go away, right? Yeah, so I check on that and say, okay, so this is where the issue was. And therefore, I decided, okay, if this is what he's doing actually, he's playing around with life, because whether you're a parent or not, you will not forever take care of that kid, right? There is a time it comes and the kid has to take care of themselves, all right? So the easy thing was supposed to be punishment, nothing more, because you realize I've wasted my time, a lot of my time, both what I was supposed to do in the evening and earlier. And those are inconveniences, of course. So then I simply do what I've got to do. Okay? So I had to do the spanking, right? Yeah. Some works had to work. And the boy, the boy had to really scream. But it is what it is. That is sometimes the bitter pill we have to serve these kids. All right? So I served him with that. The head teacher also did the same. And I left. But I gave him a stern warning that he's gonna focus on his life, because look at this. This is a market that is being constructed near where I live. A very good one, right? And on the other side, of course, this is our hospital dispensary, kind of. Yeah, so the other side is a market that is being done. I don't know why the upgradation of markets here is on the high level. All right? Yeah. So, as I've said, what I had to do is to deal with the situation as it is, have him punished, and warn him that he's supposed to focus. He's supposed to focus because life is life. And do you know, the other day they were going for a show. I was unable to pay. And he called me early in the morning telling me the teacher has allowed me to go, but he has said I only give 300. And I told him, really? Can a teacher really tell you to go when you've not paid? So what he did, he asked for 300 shillings. And I said, okay, sometimes these kids will say you deserve. And I did send that. Then, I did send. But when I sent, I had a lot of question marks, because if a trip was 600 shillings, how can teachers allow him to pay 300 shillings for photos and just go like that when other kids have paid? There is a funny game people play around. I just want to show as I pass by. You know, adults for that sort. Look at that. Yeah. So when I was looking at that situation, I just told myself, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to actually raise a baby boy. What your idea is, or your thought, but that is my thought. Let me pass here first. Jambo. I've used a very funny place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so raising baby boys is not a joke. That's what I'll just tell you. And when a kid comes to you, maybe talking about teachers, complain about the school, think twice. Because kids are very tricky. They'll do something wrong, but they'll create an impression that the school is wrong or the teachers. So before you listen to them and make a judgment, listen to yourself and have a second thought. Because actually kids can be tricky. That is what I just understand. And good thing, I've been taking care of orphans and other people's kids, so I understand. That is why I had to emphasize on going to school. And I hope that from this experience, he is going to learn to always do what is right. All right? So thank you. Bye-bye. I really appreciate your support. I've just arrived home. And I thank you for those who supported me. I've just arrived home. Yeah. Let me open the door. Hey. My goodness, 42 minutes. Hey, finally, the house is so dark. Hey, Jesus, I'm sweating. Oh my God, walking is an exercise. So bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my live stream. Let me prepare for another live stream, a reaction. Bye-bye.